Welcome to Lakshmi Academy. Today we will go over smoke testing and some of the questions that can be asked during the interview process regarding smoke testing. What is smoke testing? Smoke testing is a type of software testing which ensures that the major functionalities of the application are working and software is in a good state to perform further detailed testing. So smoke testing is first performed by developers and then it is performed by the testing team, because developers, they do the smoke testing and then the build is given to the testing team where they develop the smoke testing before they accept or reject the build. So the outcome of smoke testing decides if the build is stable enough to proceed with further testing. Smoke testing is a type of shallow and wide testing. It is not very in-depth testing. It is performed with very limited test cases to ensure that the important or major features are working fine and are good to proceed with detailed testing. And usually smoke testing is performed with positive scenarios and with valid data. To give you an example of smoke testing, if you have an application where you are managing students and you are adding new student, updating the existing records, or students can log in, so you're going to test under smoke testing. You're going to test only the major functionalities that you can the user can log in, the new students can be added, the existing record can be updated, then it can be deleted. So only major functionalities will be tested under smoke testing. Smoke testing is also known as build acceptance testing. The reason, because smoke testing establishes the acceptance criteria for QA to accept or reject a build for further testing. Now, the smoke testing, the name is a little bit funny, so you must be curious to know how it originated, and this may not be your interview question, but I am sure you're curious. So the term smoke testing originated from hardware testing, where when they were testing the hardware, they would put on the power to do the initial test, and if they could see the smoke, then further test was not performed. So the same concept is applied to smoke testing in software testing. So if there are any problems initially, then further testing is not done. Let's move on further. What is the purpose or a goal of smoke testing? It ensures that the critical or major functionalities of an application are working fine, and from the developer's point of view, that build is stable to be given to testers, and from the tester's point of view, build is stable to perform the detailed testing. When to use a smoke testing? It is performed by developers before releasing the build to the testers to ensure that the build is ready for test, and then it is performed by testers to ensure that the build is ready for detailed testing. So that way the time is saved. Because the developer will not give any major broken build, and the testers will also do the major testing before they go into detailed testing. What are the advantages of smoke testing? Smoke testing helps in finding the bugs in the early stage of testing, which saves money and time. It minimizes integration risk because there are different developers working in the team. There are different locations. Even if they are the same location, then the way they do the coding and their understanding and know-how of the requirement is different. So there may be a risk when the when the components are integrated. So when the smoke testing is done after the integration or after any build, then it minimizes the risk of integration errors or any major bugs, because you can catch it at an early stage. Smoke testing helps in verifying the issues fixed or any new changes are not impacting the major functionalities of the application. Since we are using very limited number of test cases to do the smoke testing, so that can be easily automated. So depending on how your company works, there can be a build every day, or the frequency of the new build released can be once a week or twice a week. So if the smoke testing is automated, then it becomes easy for developers and also for the QA team to perform the smoke testing. And smoke testing is pretty much more faster, so it's not time consuming, so it again saves your money and time. What are the disadvantages of smoke testing? Smoke testing does not cover the detailed testing, and critical issues may not be covered in smoke testing as it is done with very few test cases. And smoke testing, as I already said, it is performed with positive scenarios and with valid data. It is not performed with negative scenarios and with invalid data, so that can be one of the disadvantage. I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Please subscribe Lakshmi Academy on YouTube for more videos.